Good morning, dear colleagues. I'm very happy to greet you here in the beautiful city of Dubrovnik today for our 4th ESIS summer school, which will be held today and tomorrow. So, this school fatigue and fracture modeling and analysis is supported by ESIS, and we are very happy and really appreciate that we got support for this event from the ESIS Executive Committee and the President, Professor Leslie Bank-Seals. It will be held 2 days before our conference, which is going on from Wednesday to Friday. We are very happy that we have about 35 participants for summer school, and also we have about more than 100 papers submitted for the conference. I will just open this ceremony, and I will, after a brief introduction, I will invite Professor Leslie to say a few words, and we will continue with the presentation. Also, we have here Professor Nikki Forgen, who will, after coffee break, also say a few words about ESIS summer schools. So, let me say a few words about this summer school. This summer school provides an opportunity for scientists, researchers, and engineers from academia and industry to get acquainted with fundamental aspects of fracture mechanics, recent trends in practical application of fatigue and fracture models, and advanced approaches such as multi-scale materials modeling. Senior researchers and experts will give lectures on experimental and numerical techniques for modeling, analysis, and assessment of damaged components and structures. Examples on linear and elastic plastic fracture mechanics models, damage mechanics models, and multi-scale modeling used for fatigue, fracture, and failure analysis of structural materials and components, weldments, ceramics, metals will be given. Models for fatigue rack propagation and remaining life assessment will be presented. As you already know, we have four sessions and 5 speakers. So the speakers are Professor John Landens, Professor Alexander Sedmak, Professor James Neal, Professor Viggo Tvergat, and Professor Zikrid Schmauder, who is also the conference chair together with me. So we are happy that we have excellent speakers here, and we really think that's a great opportunity that we really get state-of-the-art information in our field. Since we spent some time for preparing this technique and equipment, I will not speak longer. I would just like to invite Professor Leslie Bank-Seals to greet you and to give a few words about ESIS Summer School in general. Please.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm so happy to see so many young faces joining our profession. ESIS, the European Structural Integrity Society, and I of course I would like to thank Professor Boschik for all his efforts to have the summer school, and of course to have the meeting after the summer school. ESIS was begun in about 1976 by some French people in fracture mechanics. It was called the European Fracture Group, and then in the 1990s it changed its name to be to cover more areas other than fracture, and so it became European Structural Integrity Society. And I've been the president since 2010, and for a while, ESIS had summer schools every year, even sometimes twice a year. That was a long time ago. And then 4 years ago, we started a new series of summer school, which this is the fourth one. And every year before our ECF, European Congress of Fracture, which we have every 2 years, I'll say a few words about that in a couple of minutes, we have a summer school before the conference, and then on the alternating summers, we have a summer school as we're having here in beautiful, really beautiful Dubrovnik. So we have an executive committee, and we have two vice presidents, Francesco Iacoviello from Italy and Alexander Sedmark, who you will hear today, who's from Serbia. And we have Bermba Blackman as the secretary, Beppe Ferro treasurer, Valerie Schleinikov, and I saw his name outside. He will be here, I suppose, in another day. He's the publications manager. We have a blog. You can look on the internet. You can look at our website, and you can follow it to a blog. Where Per Staller from Sweden, he reviews papers that are published in the Engineering Fracture Mechanics Journal. He does this 4 times a year. He reviews papers, and we encourage discussion. We've not been successful in getting much discussion. He's gotten the authors to make a response to his reviews, but that's as far as it's gone. And Ziliang Zhang, who was the head of the meeting, the ECF meeting in Trondheim, he's our liaison to other organizations. We have 4 journals which we encourage people to publish in, and we also publish special issues in these journals: Engineering Fracture Mechanics, Engineering Failure Analysis, International Journal of Fatigue, and Theoretical and Applied Fracture Mechanics. And all of them are, their impact factors, as I suppose all impact factors are increasing, their impact factors are also increasing. 2 years ago, we began Procedia Structural Integrity, which is an open access journal, and from many of our meetings, you can start to look in the Procedia. From our meetings, people publish papers. All in ECF, we use Procedia to publish our proceedings. The backbone, there are two major parts, or maybe 3 major parts of ESIS. One are our technical committees, which I'll mention here. The other are our national committees. Most European countries have a national committee and are represented on council, and our ECF meetings every 2 years. So I'm going to put up a list of the TC committees. You're welcome to join them. You can look in the internet to find information. They have their meetings various times of the year: elastic plastic fracture mechanics, micromechanics, fatigue of engineering materials and structures, polymers, adhesives, and polymer composites, dynamic crack propagation, ceramics, numerical methods, concrete, environmental assisted cracking, high temperature mechanical testing, risk analysis and safety of large structures and components. And we reinstated a few years ago TC13 to start again the ESIS summer schools. Then TC14 is also new, 12 is new, 14 is new, integrity of biomechanical and biological materials, 15 is new, structural integrity of additive manufactured components, TC16 is new, finite fracture mechanics, 17 is new, non-destructive evaluation, and last but not least, TC24, integrity of railway structures. And everybody always asks me, why is there a jump? Because we had other TCs in the past that finished their work. One of the things that TCs do is they write ISO standards, the International Standard Organizations. They write ISO standards, and we also have procedures in the website. We have a website, I don't think I put it up, but You can just put structural integrity into Google and you'll find us. Now, I'd just like to mention the next ECF, the European Congress of Fracture, is ECF 22. Alexander Setmark, you will hear him tomorrow. Today. You will hear him today, and you are all welcome to come to ECF 22, which will be in Belgrade, Serbia, in August in 2008. And before, you're also welcome to join our summer school on August 25th and August 26th. And to join ESIS, it's not a very expensive thing. I think even students can afford it. It's only 30 euros to join. We have a newsletter that you will receive. We have news that's sent out every 4 months. And I do have, this is our internet site, and you can pay online with PayPal, or you can give your credit card details, or you can join a national committee from your country, and through them, when you join them, they automatically register you as a member of ESIS, and you're also part of a national committee. So I wish you all the best of education and course today and tomorrow, and I hope many of you will also stay for the interesting conference on the next day. Thank you very much.